I'm back today to share a little bit of dinner inspiration. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kira if you are new, and today we are talking what's for dinner. I absolutely love sharing with you guys anything food related, whether it's what I pick up at the grocery store, what I'm sending my kids to lunch with, or what I'm serving my family for dinner. When I was putting this video together, I realized that virtually every single clip I already have a cooking video for, which is why I don't usually do what's for dinners where I share cooking the food, because I've already put together a structured video for it. So every single one of these clips will have a link down below in the description box or up in the iCards, unless it's something like a hot dog and mac and cheese. Besides the obvious, every other recipe I have a video for. So I am super excited to share with you guys what we have on the menu for this time. So for our first clip is a Tex Mex Tuesday. We always do some kind of Taco Tuesday, but we don't always do tacos. And so on this night, we did quesadillas. You guys, I don't do anything spectacular. I get those low carb tortillas from Costco, and I put a little bit of butter at the bottom of the pan. I let that tortilla heat up, and then I just sprinkle shredded cheese and whatever meat I'm using, whether it's shredded chicken, steak, ground beef, or just cheese. Whatever you want to put on the inside. You can add peppers, onions. Really, it's just whatever you are in the mood for. But once you get your toppings on, you just put another tortilla shell on top and then flip it over. Once it gets brown, add a little bit more of your butter, and then that's it, you guys. Once it gets hot and melty, you're good to go. I'm coupling it with that yellow rice. I have some sour cream there and some cut up tomato and green onions, and then I always have a little bit of some kind of tortilla chip with a little bit of melted cheese on the side, because I definitely love myself some nachos. But that's how we did up our Tex-Mex night on this night. So on this night, we did a breakfast for dinner, and I made a tater tot casserole. I shared this in a breakfast meal prep video, so I'll link it up above for you guys. And then on the side, I just made some bacon and some of the Mrs. Jones no sugar added chicken sausage. And you guys, this is probably one of the most delicious breakfast casseroles I have ever had. If you can see that the rim all around that breakfast casserole is tater tots, and you have to make sure you get the crowns. They have to be flat and round so that you can build them. And you just make yourself a foundation in the center, and then you just keep adding more and adding more until they push up the sides, and you have it completely, a whole bottom complete. You stick it in the oven and you let it partially cook so that when you take it out, it's not a frozen tater tot anymore. You can kind of smash it all together, and then you add your fillings and bake it. It's phenomenal. But like I said, I'll link that video for you. And then I had a cinnamon roll. I don't know if I made it in that breakfast meal prep video, but I'll make sure to link any of my meal prep videos or my breakfast videos so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But that's a homemade cinnamon roll that I made with the cinnamon spread from Trader Joe's, and I stuck it in the air fryer, so it was absolutely perfect. I had that with some of the bacon and sausage, and then that is an egg everything bagel that I brought home from when I visited my parents in New York, and I just put a little bit of cream cheese on it, and I had half. I split half with Maya, but that's how we had our breakfast for dinner on this night. So this is Paul's birthday dinner, and we did a spaghetti and meatballs. He absolutely loves my pasta sauce, and I do have a video for how I make my sauce. So I'll link that down below in the description box, because I'm going to link with it all of my meatball videos. I have videos on how I make my regular meatballs. I have stuffed meatballs. I have Swedish meatballs. I mean, really, you can make meatballs 1,000 different ways. And so I have a bunch of recipes that I can link down below. So make sure you open that description box and look for the pasta sauce and then all of those meatballs. But like I said, we just did spaghetti with the pasta sauce, a meatball, and then I have some of that everything bread from Walmart warmed in the oven with a little bit of butter. It was so good. All right, for this meal is the Alice Springs copycat chicken from the Outback Steakhouse. If you guys like mushrooms, this is the recipe for you. And I did an entire video with a couple of different copycat recipes, one of them being the Alice Springs chicken. I did like a Parmesan crusted chicken from the Outback. I'm not sure what the third one was, but all three were copycat recipes, and every single one of them better than the rest, but they are super, super easy. This has a barbecue chicken feel. Underneath is a little bit of bacon and cheddar cheese and these mushrooms. It really is super, super yummy. You need to try it again. If you like mushrooms, barbecue sauce, like that sweet and sour honey mustard, that kind of feel, you will love this. We roasted some potatoes in the oven. Super, super easy. Just dice them, toss them with your favorite seasonings and a little bit of olive oil, and roast in the oven at 425 for about 35 to 40 minutes until they reach like your crispiness texture. I like them good and crispy. And then we also did some cucumbers that I cut up on the side, and I was dunking them in Chick-fil-A sauce because, you guys, I'm like legit obsessed. I love that stuff with everything. So next up is our Arbys night, and I have to say, I think I kind of overcooked the roast beef just a tiny bit. It got a little bit too crispy for me. I think I had my pan a little bit too hot, but I have a cooking video for this as well, so I'll link this one up in the iCards for you. But in the video, I used a actual roast beef and kind of hand sliced it myself. I will tell you that it's so much easier just to get sliced roast beef from the deli counter, which is how I do it now. I was trying to be fancy for the video, but honestly, it's just not the way to go. But it's just warmed up sliced roast beef on a warm onion roll with the Rico's condensed cheddar cheese. That's it. And then in my video, I do show you guys how to make homemade Arbys sauce. You add that on top. OMG, you guys. So, so good. We did that with some crinkle cut fries, and I put a little bit of the cheese on top of that. And then, of course, that's more Chick-fil-A sauce on the side because everything gets dunked in Chick-fil-A sauce. So next up is one of my favorite recipes, and this is actually a recipe along with my pasta sauce and my meatballs, is one of the recipes that I shared in my very first cookbook that I wrote with Nicole and Vanessa. All of my cookbooks are listed on Amazon and in the description box, so you guys can check those out there. But this is a Monte Cristo, and you guys, I promise you, if you eat this Monte Cristo, you will never do it any other way. It's the most amazing thing. So I also have a video for this. I will link it in the description box for you guys. But in the video, I share with you how to make French toast, and then I share with you how to take that French toast and make it into a Monte Cristo, which is essentially just honey ham, honey turkey, and Swiss cheese in the middle of a French toast bread. And then you add a maple mayo, just a few drops of maple syrup inside of mayo stirred up for you to dunk that Monte Cristo in. OMG, you guys. Tater tots in the background. Oh my goodness. Like, I promise you, easy dinner, but so, so good. This meal is actually an oven freezer meal. I did a series of freezer meals with Vanessa over at Lemonade Mom. We shared a series of some for the oven, some for the crock pot, and some for the pressure cooker. And this was an orange marmalade pork chop that I did for the oven. You guys, it's just so good. The orange marmalade, just the rind in it, how it flavors this pork chop is just phenomenal. And I made my creamy Parmesan orzo. I have a recipe for video for that, so I'll link both of those in the description box. But I did that on the side. I roasted the rainbow cauliflower that I got from I'm not even sure where I picked that up from. Trader Joe's. I got that from Trader Joe's, and I roasted that in the oven. It was delicious. Little garlic and oil. I actually shared that in a meal prep video, so I can link that down below. And then I also just put that alongside of some applesauce, because gotta have applesauce with your pork chops. Am I right? So this clip is from this very past Friday, and I could not wait to eat this plate on Saturday because there was sausage in it. And I picked on the pasta a little bit on Friday night, but I more or less just had the salad, and I had a small grilled cheese on that ciabatta bread that I got from Sprouts. But I wanted this garlic and oil with sausage pasta, but it's Lent and I don't eat meat on Fridays, and so I could not wait until Saturday to eat this plate. So that is the apple chicken chicken sausage that I get from Trader Joe's, and I just love it. And then I just take loads and loads and loads of garlic, and I just roast it in a pan of oil until all of your garlic is like that brown color. You could just see all of the brown little dots all over the pasta. That is the garlic that just roasted in that plate. And then I saute the sausage in it and then add the pasta. That's it, you guys. It's garlic, sausage, oil, pasta. That is it. And that is that lemon arugula salad from Trader Joe's that I had alongside of that as well. Oh my goodness, that was the best leftovers ever. And for our very last clip is something I am most excited to share with you guys, because that is a soubrette hot dog with melty cheese and soubrette onions. That is the way a hot dog should be eaten. At least that's the way that I ate them every single summer hanging out of my grandfather's hot dog truck. I did use queso instead of like the Rico's condensed cheese. I didn't have any of that. I did have queso though, so that's what I used, but close to stink enough, okay? Melty cheese with onions on top of a soubrette hot dog, top slice bun, OMG. And that is mac and cheese on my plate, you guys. What is going on in this world? You know, your taste buds change every 7 years, and I'm wondering if I'm acquiring a taste for mac and cheese. I'm not a huge fan. I will tell you, some of that ended up going to the dogs. I spoon-fed a bite to each of them, but while it was hot, I did enjoy it. And then those are the spicy pickles that I get from Costco, and they were ice cold and crunchy and perfect next to my hot dog and my mac and cheese. But that, you guys, was it for this time's What's for Dinner video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure you check those iCards up above and the description box for all of the goodies. I have tons of videos, so if you're looking for food inspiration, I have playlists like crazy of meal prep, of what's for dinner, of recipe videos, especially if you're new or you're fairly new. A lot of these recipes I shared in the very beginning of my channel, and then I got exhausted of sharing my personal recipes, and I've been trying to recreate new ones. But either way, you guys, I have so much food inspiration, so make sure you check out all those playlists, all the links. I love you guys so much. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys.